I thought they were great.
Foxborough.
There it is. Over here.
Marshall's clock.
Right above you, Marshall, that
I can see
Foxborough.
this one. So we will call the meeting to order. Any citizens input?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not here, but I want to congratulate the Mitchell High Girls golf team. Third place.
Yes.
Third place last week in Watertown. I know it's the first year they haven't gotten first or second, like the last 5 years, but nobody was touching Aberdeen this year. There's there for a while where they were like +4 for the tournament. Aberdeen was, and that was their 4 scoring girls. So, congratulations to the girls for that. That's a pretty good. Well, I think 4 girls finished all state, like the top 4 all finished all state, which is top 20 or 25, right? But so that's a big deal for those guys. And then also too, I don't know if we're going to talk about it or not, but the Mid-Am this week was fantastic. We do things as a golf course that other golf courses in the state of South Dakota don't do. For SDGA events, for adult events, for junior events, having people out there handing out range balls, right? As you're coming up, nobody else does that, right? And nobody's got free donuts sitting inside the clubhouse for you with orange juice and bananas and those things. Nobody does that. And the course was in fantastic shape. The greens were fabulous. The staff was great as always, but the guy who won it, Chris Long, said it. He's like, people look forward to coming to Mitchell every single year. It's in the newspaper. Talks about how the guys who and the gals who play that circuit look forward to coming to Mitchell every single year. So I just think that Lakeview and the staff put their best foot forward again this year. So it was a fantastic 2-day tournament, 3-day tournament.
2 things to reiterate, I guess, or to touch on that. I reached out to Brian, the golf coach, to come here to the meeting, but his girls were scattered. School's over, they're done. I wanted to recognize them, and they still may come in July or August. It's still up in the air.
I think there's a Sanford event today too that I'm sure a lot of them are probably playing in.
Yeah. Yep.
Who picks up the tab for like the donuts and the orange juice and all that? Do you do that, Eric?
Yeah, I get grants through the sports authority. Basically, to have complimentary stuff for volunteers, for the competitors, stuff like that.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that helps pay for the rolls, the apples, the bananas, the juice, lunches for all the volunteers that come out and volunteer. They get burger, chips, drink if they want it, all that stuff. Yeah.
And that's not shade on anybody else, but nobody else is doing those small things that we do here ever. And we do that every tournament it's not just when the SDGA comes in. Like that's the stuff that Lakeview does every tournament for the norm. And like I said, that's why the SCGA wants to keep coming back. That's why the Activity Association wants to keep coming back, right? So, good for Lakeview and Jason and Eric and Sports Authority as well too, right? Because it was a whole community-wide deal.
Anything else? Just want to recognize that this is Tom Young's last board meeting, and want to thank him for his service to not only the board but to the golf course and the cemetery. And you're certainly going to be missed, and we'll see who fills your shoes. But appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Are we getting a new driver? Is it going away? Present?
So instead of saying this, man, I have three things I want to say. And one of it is just to echo what Joel just said, is that over the period of time that I've been on the board, just so proud of our golf course. I played after the tournament on Saturday night and Sunday night, and what a beautiful course. I mean, you had it, Jason. You had the course just in great shape. I don't know if it's been better, but it's been really, really good. And I thought of all the people coming to Mitchell that, even stayed overnight, hotels and restaurants and stuff that the city benefited. Second, Eric, you're the best. I'm just telling you that. I've been here and I've been in a lot of courses. You doing just an awesome job. And being on the board and seeing you two work together, it's been awesome. The rest of the board members, I will just commend you for being on the board and the time that you all have spent. And the last years that I've been on, there's been obviously a fair amount of controversy at times, and trying to go with our projects. I know personally, and I believe that each one of you are not here for selfish reasons and your own agendas, but the same reason that I came on the board was try to make the golf course that I love, and one of the reasons that I relocated to Mitchell after being in optometry school was we had a great golf course, and a great public golf course at the time, and that draws a lot of people. And I ride my bike around town and I see the tennis courts and I see the pickleball courts and I see the baseball diamonds, and they're all awesome for the city of Mitchell. But I think sometimes that the people don't understand how much usage there is by our community and people from out of town at the golf course. And all you have to do is go out there on a Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, but it's getting to the point where almost every day, the number of people that use our course, that we're ambassadors for our community, and sometimes I think people don't understand how important the course is for our community. Yesterday, I go out on the driving range while the tournament's going on. I go out on the driving range and I walk out there, and I'm the only one person out there. I dump my bucket of balls, and by the time I left, I think there was 15 kids, young kids, families, and this is in the middle of the afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. So I'm just proud of our course, and I just think, the board and my personal opinion is, let's make it the best we can for the community, for the city, not just because we golf. And that's been my intent, and I know that's the other people's intents, and sometimes maybe that hasn't been portrayed as that we're maybe selfish or doing it for certain agenda reasons and that type of thing, and that's far from the truth. That's all I have to say.
Well said.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, one more thing. I love the idea of our short course and projects that we're doing. Okay, the one thing that concerns me as a golfer is that, and we really haven't discussed a whole lot of it, is that just my concern is that the rest of the course, the beautiful course that we have, doesn't get neglected in any way. It's going forward because I think that's really important that we really keep the main part of the course just like it is right now, if not better. That's the last thing.
Good.
That's it.
Awesome. Anything else? Any delegations? Any additions or deletions to the agenda? Need a motion to approve the agenda? Lynette?
Second.
Mark? Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Agenda's approved. We need to approve our meeting minutes from the May 11th meeting.
So moved.
Joel?
Second.
Lynette? She's a little faster. You gotta pick it up, Joe. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same side. Minutes are approved. Financials.
For cemetery bills, I'm looking through it earlier. About the only thing that's kind of mostly out of the ordinary is the 53,000 for the tuck pointing of the everything up on 23rd Avenue. We put a bed liner in the new truck for the cemetery. Other than that, everything's pretty straightforward. For the golf course, some fertilizer and herbicide, sprinkler parts,
Pencils.
pencils.
God, those are expensive.
They last about a year, a little over a year.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Probably get a year and a half, maybe 2 years out of them.
Other than that, nothing really sticks out to me as far as bills. Does anybody have any questions on any of the bills besides the pencils?
Great pencils. Work awesome.
For the cemetery financials, slightly ahead of last year. Big chunk of that is lot sales. Saturday funerals. We've had a lot of Saturday funerals. We've almost met the budget for Saturday funerals. Kind of went through a lull there for about 2 years of not a lot of Saturday funerals, and now they just have taken off. One columbarium sale, so that's most of why we're up a little bit. Expenses, I mean, everything's pretty much tracking online. Some things a little bit up from the year before at this point in time, but some things down. Any questions on the cemetery? Financials. Golf course. Revenue. There has been some more added since this got posted, so we're actually about 11,000 behind last year end of May. as you can see. There again, memberships are a little bit higher. The one thing that we figured out that was not in here that was in last year's was DW's golf tournament. Last year was entered in May. This year we did not get it until the very end of May and didn't get deposited till the first part of June. So that's makes a little bit of difference. But anyways, these numbers are close. They're not 100%, but range memberships are up quite a bit. The daily fee stuff are all down. Greens fees, cart rentals, daily just range buckets are down a little bit. With the weather that we've had, kind of explains a lot of that.
Well, I saw that too, that the range buckets were down, but the memberships are up.
Yeah.
So I was,
So on
so the people who are buying buckets are
Yeah.
buying memberships.
yeah, so the report I ran were about 4,000 up on memberships and $4,000 down on buckets. So
And same with green fees. I think on that report you said there's $37,000 in green fees through the month of May, and this one only shows 27,000. So I mean,
Yep.
$10,000.
so
Yeah.
I mean, it's this financial's a little
Yep.
right skewed.
So
just a little
if you look at the 396 that we were at end of May last year,
389, right?
or go lower, Kevin. Go down further, right there, 396.
Okay.
oh yeah,
Yep.
yep. So we're about 11,000 behind that end of May this year.
And I
As
think on
opposed
the
to-
other one, the total amount for the month is 110,000 instead of 93,000 total. But
Yeah, and I pulled rounds played. I'm jumping ahead, but I pulled rounds played from this meeting last year. And if I remember right, we had a March last year, didn't we?
what do you mean?
Didn't we have a good early season
We had a good
last
March.
year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we
get
were
there. But
a
we
better-
had good March and good April and good May.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yep.
With no weather, no bad weather really.
I mean, yeah, we're well within earshot of what was a record year, right?
Mm.
With perfect weather.
100%. I'd say that from this, the financials look like what the weather kind of looked like
Yep.
this spring.
Yep.
Is the way I look at it.
Yeah, so very much in the ballpark.
So revenue and then expenses, a little bit up on part-time labor. Supplies and materials are up a little bit. Chemicals are down a little bit, so. But overall, we're about 5,000 above what we were last year in expenses, so not too far off, all said and done. Anybody have any questions on any of that? For machinery and equipment, the money I've left is for the filter for the irrigation system, so which that will be under budget when I get it and get it installed, so. Any questions on any of the financials?
Need a motion to approve financials.
Smoke.
Joel,
Second.
Tom. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Financials are approved. Clubhouse report.
Going down the line, all in all, May was a pretty good month. I mean, we did get lucky in May even too. We had some rain days. We had events on those days. We had a Mitchell Christian fundraiser. It rained. We still had that event. If we wouldn't have had the event, probably wouldn't have many people coming through the door. Same with the following weekend, end of May, we had Dakota Wesleyan Team Makers Tournament. Wasn't ideal weather that day. May, I don't know if it was as nice as last year, but it turned around a lot better from it going into from April to May this year. When we do get nice days, weekends, I mean, they're full. I mean, there's lots of people out there, activity all the time. We've been close to 300 rounds a couple times on nice weekend days, which is just a lot of rounds coming through for weekend. I mean, weekdays, 150 upwards to 200 on weekdays, which is good to see. A lot more families, kids, new people, new members, same members that come out all the time. So, I mean, it's just a diversity of different people coming out still. All our leagues and Ladies' Day, Men's Day started up in May. Finished up with high school events in May. I think our last one was the Region 3A tournament and also the Region 4B tournament. And both those days we had those high school events, but the weather was not nice at all. It was raining all day, I think, for the Region 4B, and same with the 3A. It rained in the morning and then wasn't very nice. I don't know if it got above 50, 55 degrees on those 2 days in May, towards the end of May. Started up our junior golf clinic June 1st, June 2nd. We have our third session tomorrow. Numbers are up just slightly in those as well. Actually, a lot in the older kids. I had 28 signed up last year in the 11 to 14-year-old age group. This year I had 41 signed up. I think for the first two sessions we had, June 1st and 2nd, 36 kids showed up that first day, and I think it was 33 or 34 showed up that second day, so that was good. Same with the younger kids, the 7 to 10-year-olds. I had 51 signed up. In 2025, 58 were signed up this year, and I think I had 52 come the first day and 49 or 48 come that second day. So tomorrow's our third session. We'll see how the numbers are for everybody that signed up coming.
So you had just short of 100 kids between the two age groups.
Yes. And then we'll have first tee coming here now too in end of June all through July. We have the adult junior scramble at the end of June, which everybody, the kids that are in that junior camp and their families love that. I think you played in it before, Joel, with Emma way
awesome.
back when. And then obviously I can't thank my volunteers even from this last weekend to the kids camp. I mean, I have my staff help, but I also have people and high school kids that are on the high school boys golf team, girls golf team, college golfers that can help out. They volunteer their time to come out from 9 to noon while we have these, just to help to have all the different stations we have for these kids. So it's good to see that, because a lot of the kids that are in this camp look up to those kids now, and those kids that are helping now were in my kids camp 12 years ago when I first started. So it's cool to see that. First tee program, like I said, starts up here in end of June, first part of July. I don't really know any numbers with that. All the sign up and registration goes through the first tee. That, and also Cody Miles is a big with the first tee, helping out with that, getting it started here. So he helps a lot. Cody even helps with my kids camp. So he's been great for me and junior golf at Lakeview in general. And then the events and fundraisers, you can kind of read through the events and fundraisers that we have coming up here in June. The SCGA Mid-Am State Championship, just got done with that yesterday. It went smooth, well. A lot of compliments from the competitors, people that came and watched and everything. So that was about as good as it could. It was a lot less of a state tournament for me, I guess, and probably Jason a little bit too, from last year's state tournament when we hosted the STGA Adult Junior and Junior Championship with the number of competitors. And I do have like the sheet here. Like last year, that STGA State Adult Junior and Junior Championship for the city, income-wise, brought in $24,449 compared to, say, this state tournament, which was just 3 days basically instead of 5 days like the adult junior was. This one brings in $8,605. So I mean, it's quite the significant jump in what the income is for those two different stated tournaments. But
Is there any way is the city able to track like how many of those people spend the night? Like do they?
yes, I mean the Sports Authority, they put out those QR codes for the Sports Authority, and we try to get the competitors to take one, scan the QR code, and it brings up a list of questions, and I'm sure that's kind of, but very few do it.
Right.
I would say. So, I mean, that's one way I think they're trying to get it to track who's staying in Mitchell, what their activities are doing. It shows a list of restaurants, hotels, and stuff that they can stay at. So, I think that's one way, but I don't know if there's a real concrete way to, unless you ask each person individually, have them check in and ask them if they're staying in Mitchell, where they're staying at, where they ate.
What's your first tee numbers last year? How close were they to what your junior numbers were?
It's less than the first tee. They
Less
cap
than-
it.
The first tee is less than your numbers, or
Yes, less than my
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah, they span theirs out over more age groups, like 6 to 8 years old, 9 to 10 years old, 11 to 12 are all age groups, all the way up to 17. But they condense their class sizes just to get more individual lessons and stuff. Not lessons, but individual attention for the kids on the golf.
well, 100 kids from the ages of 7 to 14 is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And I did a raise of hands the first day how many kids had done the junior golf clinic at Lakeview before and how many hadn't. It was probably split this year, half and half. Half of them had been in previous years, the other half hadn't done it yet. So done with that part of it, unless there's any questions on events coming up. I mismatched the SCGA Junior Tour event in front of the Veterans Fundraiser Tournament, but
saw that. I wasn't
Yeah.
going to call it out, but I saw
Thanks.
it.
now the rounds played and the membership numbers. Like we were talking about with April numbers, we were down, it's not on this sheet, but we were down 2,000 rounds from last year compared to this year, or from this year compared to last year. Last year we had 2,000 more rounds in April than we did this year. On this sheet, this May, we had over 5,000 rounds in May. Last year we had 4,582, so we had about 600 more rounds this May than we did last year. But this April we had 2,000 less rounds than last year. So, and right now we're at 8,604. Last year we were at 9,017, I believe, was the total number of rounds through May. So through May of 2026, we're at 8,604. May of 2025, we're at 9,017 rounds. So, and it's just all weather related, because when we have a rain out or it's 45 degrees, we don't have many people coming out to golf in that.
But it's making up fast because 2,000 rounds down in April, and at the end of May, we're only 400 rounds
Yeah.
off of last year.
Membership numbers, like single range passes. All of last year, we had 71 single range passes. We're already up to 71 this year. And I think I looked back last year. I told you, what did I have?
62. I pulled it.
62. Yeah, I think we were nine less at this point last year than we were this year. Family range is down a little bit, but kids are still coming out and they're gonna get their family range passes. Parents will, so we are down. But we also raised prices this year on. I think we went from 210 to 230 on single range passes and 250 up to 300
Yeah.
on family range passes.
Yep.
Membership numbers. I mean, I just took in 2 more single adult memberships today, but we're at 176 this year. I believe last year we were already at 195, and this doesn't include any of the fun passes here that are coming up for renewal. I wait till they renew it, so then I don't have to go back in, and if they don't renew it, delete them out and stuff. So I wait till they renew it. So this number does not include any of the renewal of the fun passes coming up. Couples membership, we're already up from last year on those. We had 114 members this year, 57 memberships. We had 104 last year total, which would be 52 memberships. Both college and students are up from last year, 31 so far for college. Students are 44 compared to 41 last year. And then family memberships were at 82 memberships, 314 a part of those memberships. Each person counted individually on that. So we're at 390 memberships last year. We were at like 417, I believe, total memberships last year, and 746 members last year. So, and then you got the Fun Pass numbers off there to the side. How many actual just memberships are through the City of Mitchell Fun Pass? That includes the joint usage between the rec center, bowling alley, and the golf course there. And punch cards down below, number of punch cards, but those come in throughout the course of the year as people are playing.
Another number I pulled today when I was looking at this is you got the 55 new members this year. We were 85 last year. So that's, now I'm not any good at math, but that's what, 140 new members in the last 2 years, which I know that you don't retain every single one of those every year, but 140 new members in 2 years is,
New people, yeah.
that's a massive number of people who weren't golfers, at least here, who are coming in to the community and like coming into the golfing community, like is what I'm saying, like overall. And I know you're not going to keep all of them, but that's a big number, right?
It's good.
So that's all I have for mine part of the clubhouse report.
Thanks, Eric. Jason, superintendent report.
Community gardens is going well. There is still 3 spots available. So if anybody's interested, they could stop in the cemetery office. As I mentioned before, the pillars out front are completed in the cemetery. Bathroom is kind of been on hold here for a little bit. We've been waiting for a carpenter to do the roof. He showed up today. So that shouldn't take too long. Then some plumbing and some electrical and everything's stubbed in. So kind of hoping that by 4th of July that's done and in operation. Memorial Day went well. Now we're kind of in the process of cleaning up all the decorations and flowers and whatnot. Just a note for people that did have decorations and stuff out. We keep all the live plants back behind the shop, so if they want to claim them, and then we do keep the other stuff that we pull in our possession, so they have an opportunity to come and claim them also. Been dealing with a lot of water breaks throughout the cemetery. Just a lot of old steel piping. Some of it, you got inch and a half pipe, and you got about a less than a half inch of water going through it because of rust and whatnot. So, just something we've always been dealing with, and so, guys have been doing a lot of sodding and seeding of troubled areas. There's been a lot of had a few issues with some seeding that we've had out there, so we've kind of been trying to any graves that they've been digging, they've been trying to keep the sod and utilize it. Been working a little bit on starting the project on west of the number 15T for the dirt stockpile. I haven't gotten back to it here in the last couple weeks because of Memorial Day. but hopefully we'll get back to that here going forward. For golf course, spring has just been kind of up and down. Like we talked about, it shows on the revenue a little bit. But it's just been, the turf really hasn't started taking off until the last couple weeks. Most of the spring's been pretty darn dry, but it's kind of, we've gotten some rain, so that's been all right. Fully staffed as of last week. We were getting ready for the mid-am. Now just moving on to the next tournaments and whatnot and daily play. We'll be treating for zebra mussels in the irrigation system here in the next month. Fertilized fairways last week. And the 2 streaks going down for fairway, that was a malfunction of our fertilizer spreader. And I can't blame anybody else because it was myself that did it. So we might end up taking sod cutter and cutting that out. Raise the tree branches behind 6 green, clean that up. Have been,
That looks good, by the way.
Yeah.
I think the same thing.
yeah, been meaning to do it for a long time and just, so yeah, I agree. I've probably got just a little bit more cleaning up to do on them, maybe raise them a little bit, but I'm gonna wait till this fall if I end up doing that. So a little easier on the trees. Had a bunch of irrigation issues this year, electrical issues mainly. We had one on Sunday. I had one whole quarter of the course I couldn't water. We figured it out and got that fixed today. Yeah, otherwise, yep. Mid-am went good. Thank you, Tom, for your service.
He didn't hear you.
Thank you, Tom. So
Anything else for Jason? All right, thanks.
Yeah, I have something. What is the latest status of the cattails and stuff in the
probably gonna end up going in there this winter and digging them out. And probably draw the pounds down and go in there with the skid loader and get the dead material out of there and work on it that way.
I know the water hole between 1 and 18. Good.
Yep. So
Anything else? Okay. Need a executive session in accordance with SDCL 125-2 subsection 5 to discuss marketing and or pricing strategies of a publicly owned competitive business.
So
Joel? Joe? Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Does the other one have it on there? They both do, don't they? Oh.
Okay, we're back.
Do we need the motion to come back in
We did that.
by going out?
Yep. Okay, the next agenda item is approve of acceptance of donation to be used towards course improvement, which is the family tees.
So this would be just a set of tee markers out in the fairway.
Well,
Um,
it's got a name on it right now.
Yeah. So it'd be a 9-inch circle in the fairway that my mowers can go over. It won't interfere with that. They would be designated by one of the flex stakes that's sitting off to the side. The two examples I have are it's a little bit two different styles. One of them is $106 a piece. Another one is $170. So there's through the donation, it wasn't really said how much he wanted to donate, or which one he would want. So I guess I'm just asking for acceptance of what he would want to do. On the one that we saw, it would have the yardages on there. Like we said, anywhere from like 250, 300 yards up to 100 to 80 yards. It all depends on how we set it up. So these would be in the ground. They would not move. And that would for all 18.
So you even have it on the park for yourself?
Yep. Obviously they'll be those might only be 80 yards. So,
Is this person looking for any recognition beyond the thank you?
we will probably do some sort of recognition in the clubhouse, possibly a letter out to him. We talked about possibility of having a name on the marker, but according to our policy, it would not allow, the parameters wouldn't allow us to do that. So
City policy, it's not our
city policy. Yep. And I talked to the individual and he was okay with that. So.
I get a motion to approve the donation. So moved.
Second.
Joel and Mark, you're just a little short, but that's all right. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It is approved. Our next meeting date, I think, is July 13th. 5:45, right here. Yep. 13th. And we are adjourned. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, thanks,